after thousands of Indians lined up outside liquor stores to buy their drinks. Because liquor sale was allowed again under lockdown 3.0, liquor sale is proving to be a windfall, an absolute windfall for cash-strapped governments battling the pandemic. At least 3 state governments have now hiked liquor prices by a huge margin. This is in response not just to the need for money, but also because of the huge crowds that have thronged liquor markets, throwing social distancing to the wind. Delhi has imposed a steep 70% corona tax on the sale of liquor. Similarly, Andhra Pradesh has imposed a 50% tax. This comes days after a 25% hike, so it's the second hike in the price of alcohol in Andhra. The Trinamool-ruled West Bengal government has also hiked the price of liquor by 30% by imposing a fresh corona tax on the maximum retail price of liquor. So liquor prices in the Indian capital of Delhi have soared to an unprecedented level, 70%, which means the price of liquor is practically double now. The prices shot up after the Kejriwal government imposed a 70% corona tax on the sale of all liquor, and this is a 70% tax, remember, on the maximum retail price. The additional tax was imposed a day after chaotic scenes, an absolutely unbelievable rush at alcohol shops, and there was criticism from the centre as well. The changed price of alcohol has kicked in today after the late night order last night. On the second day, long queues were still seen. And I'll show you those queues. Long queues are still seen outside liquor shops, even though a fewer number than yesterday are actually open. The police once again had to resort to a lathi charge to control huge crowds in Delhi's Mayur Vihar as they broke all social distancing norms on day 2 of liquor sale. Many such shops remain shut today as a result. Sources tell India Today that 123 liquor vends were operational on day 1, which is yesterday, and today the number has actually risen to 171.
I'm currently standing in Mayur Vihar, phase 1 of Noida, and as you can see behind the pictures, hardly 5 or 6 people are standing in the queue. But do not get confused, as this line stretches for more than 5 kilometers. There's a small gate which has been made by police, and we go outside of this gate, and from this area till that point this line stretches for more than 2 kilometers. See, people have been standing in queues since morning. They have been waiting for their turn patiently. As you can see, there's very less distance between them. So social distance is very easily being compromised. This line takes a curve from that area and then it rounds up and then joins that line, which this line extends up till almost that metro main gate, which is about 2 kilometers away from this particular area.
We're at Khyber Pass liquor vend at civil lines, where from 6 a.m. the line started forming, and right now, as you can see, a huge crowd has gathered. Yesterday, the SHO civil lines shut down this liquor vend within half an hour of opening because the crowd went out of control. And even today, it is very clear that simple things such as wearing a mask or maintaining social distancing is something people are not doing. They are trying, some people, the volunteers, are trying to get people to maintain social distancing, but nobody is listening. With cameraman Nasir Khan, this is Anisha Mathur for India Today.
Well, I want to go across to India Today's Ankit Tyagi, who's tracking the big booze fallout, which is most pronounced, Ankit, in the national capital. 70% tax on the sale of alcohol. What has the result been? You know, obviously it was, born from 2 reasons. A, the huge chaotic scenes, and B, also because this is an opportunity to gain from the sale of alcohol, which is a totally legitimate reason.
Absolutely. So, Shiv, let's just understand it. So, number one, after the MHA's guidelines, the government of Delhi also decided to implement them in Delhi. The government of Delhi has been facing a massive revenue deficit. For that, alcohol, as you've been reporting, Shiv, almost every day, does account for a major chunk of revenue that each state gets. Now, after what we saw yesterday, Arvind Kejriwal, the Chief Minister, came out and said that if people continue to behave the way they are behaving, I will have no option but to shut down the liquor vends. There was still a tussle which was going on between the Delhi police and the government on who was supposed to make sure that the lockdown norms, the social distancing norms are implemented on the ground. Today, surprisingly, the government not only has increased the number, the corona tax that they have put on the liquor across the city, they have also increased the number of shops which were open. Yesterday it was 123 shops. Today about 190 shops are open in Delhi. The government is hoping that at least the mad rush is in fact checked by not only the steep price but also trying to scatter the liquor vends all across the city so that there are less people on a single liquor vend. At least the reports that we are getting right now, there are 4 to 5 incidents where once again the police had to use force to in fact get people out of the way, to ask them to follow the social distancing norms. The government is seriously thinking that if it continues for the next 2-3 days, they would possibly have to rethink on this very decisionship.
And you know, how much of a risk has this been, Ankit? I know this doesn't apply only to Delhi, but several other places as well. But Delhi being a complete red zone, this must have been an extremely difficult decision to calibratedly open liquor shops in this manner. And as we've seen on day 2, things are still not going as smoothly as they should.
You know, there is a sense in the people that possibly the liquor vends will close down again because of the rising number of coronavirus cases which have been reported in the last few days. And that is why there is a mad rush where people want to stock alcohol right now. Like in few other states, Delhi government is also thinking they will put a tab on the quantity of liquor that one person can in fact purchase from the liquor vend. But apart from that, Shiv, as you are in fact asking the question about the government, in fact the decision, you know, there is a problem which the government of Delhi and the centre is right now. It's sort of a confrontation that they are going into, where the government of Delhi says that only mark containment zones as red spots and don't bring everybody else into the red spot. The government of Delhi actually, as the Chief Minister told us in the interview, is now preparing to live with corona. They are preparing to live with rising number of cases, but they say it is important that people now go out and economic activity starts.
Thanks very much, Ankit, for putting that into perspective for us. So if you live in Delhi, this is the perspective you need about going out there, standing in that line and getting your bottle of alcohol. Well, from Delhi to Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, which are the 2 other states which have also imposed fresh taxes, making alcohol sale more expensive. The Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka governments have imposed additional taxes on the sale of liquor. Just one day after announcing a 25% hike on liquor price, the Andhra Pradesh Jagan Mohan Reddy government has imposed a fresh 50% tax on that liquor. The state has 3,500 liquor outlets, of which 2,300 were operational on day 1 of the relaxation yesterday. The tax hike did not deter customers from buying alcohol on day 2 today, with people lining up outside liquor shops and in many cases violating social distancing rules. And in neighboring Karnataka, which was the first to demand the reopening of alcohol shops, the state sold 3.9 lakh beer and 8 lakh litres of Indian-made foreign liquor on day 1. Huge revenues made from liquor sales on day 1 in Karnataka, in excess of 44 crore rupees. And I want to go straight across to India today. Is Nagarjun joining us live from Bengaluru, and Ashish with us from Hyderabad. Nagarjun, massive windfall on day 1 for the state exchequer, with this huge amount of duty being earned by the government on day 1 of liquor sale in Karnataka.
Well, that is true. In fact, Bangalore is known to be the pub city of India. Every other street has a pub here, and huge demand for alcohol. Even the state ministers and the state government recognize the potential of gaining revenue from this. And likewise, they opened the shops on May 4th, and on day 1 itself, there were around 45 crore tax gained by the revenue that was got by the sale of alcohol, is what the state government put out in a press release. And that is around 3.9 lakh litre of beer and 8.5 lakh litre of Indian-made liquor was sold just alone. Remember, this is just the MRP standalone independent shop. This is not just the pubs or the restaurant. It is just MRP bottle purchase, and it's a huge revenue gain for the state government also. Right now, it is continuing from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Post 7 p.m., the shutters are down, but most likely in the next few weeks, pubs will also start and restaurants will also start selling alcohol because it's huge revenue gain. At this point of time, the the main thing the government needs is revenue from different sources.
So it's incredible that Andhra Pradesh also, Naga, thank you very much for that. Ashish, Andhra Pradesh, just a day after increasing the tax on alcohol by 25%, has added another 50% on the sale of alcohol, which makes it actually the country's biggest hike in the price of alcohol in Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah, Shiv, you are absolutely right. Now, the Andhra Pradesh government has in total increased 75% on MRP, and now the sales are on. What is interesting is that in just 8 hours sale on Monday, when the shops, liquor outlets, almost 2,300 liquor outlets opened after 43 days long lockdown, it witnessed a huge whooping, almost 68 crore worth liquor sale, and that's the surprising number. And today, again, Chief Minister Y. Jagan Mohan Reddy, he held a review meeting. He is monitoring situation continuously at a regular basis. He is taking stock of the situation, and there the government decided to further 50% increase in the alcohol price in Andhra Pradesh. But at the same time, opposition party is now questioning the government move of increasing liquor pricing as well as allowing sale when several districts of states are facing large number of cases regularly. States witnessing regular high number of cases regularly, daily. In fact, a high number of cases are being reported in the state, and that's why particularly TDP and Jana Sena, including BJP, all the opposition parties, they are questioning the entire relaxation move, particularly when it comes to sale of the liquor.
75% increase in Andhra Pradesh, just 5% more than Delhi. So it's the same largely everywhere. Thanks very much, Naga and Ashish, for joining me on that. Now,
hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.